guys, in this video I'm going to be giving a tutorial on how to play the Super Mario Bros. Theme on the guitar. If you want to see the entire thing, a link to that will be available in the video description box below. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my YouTube page and follow me on Instagram. Okay, so the song starts with this 3-note chord. It's a D9, and we're skipping a bunch of strings, and we're still going to strum all 6 strings. And the way you can get away with that is using your index finger to mute all the strings on your guitar. And so I'm using the tip of my index to play that note, the 10th fret on the 6th string, and the rest of my fingers is kind of lightly touching all the rest of the strings. And that way I can just, I don't need to be exact. I can go and, hit the notes I'm looking for and not play anything I don't want. So it starts off with that chord, and we got this little melody on top of there. So I'm using my pinky finger for that. And then a G chord, and then a G octave shape. So the A section begins with these 3 shapes. So that's just 3 different ways of playing C. You bar that first chord, and then this is kind of an abridged version of the C that you know, and then a bar C. And then we have this D major shape played up at the 5th fret and sliding from the 5th, 7th to the 6th. Up here, that's an F. This is a G, F sharp. And then we have 3 different ways of playing C again. And this is kind of where it gets a little bit flashy. So you can do that kind of quickly in a triplet, like a do. So. And then all these other shapes I'm playing here, those are all just the root and the third of chords. And if you've ever played Brown Eyed Girl, you'd recognize those. Really good to have in your arsenal of tricks anyway. So, alright, so the second section features those harmonized melodies moving chromatically, 1 fret at a time, motorcycles. So we want to just take this shape and just glide it along the strings. And I'm down picking the whole thing. And then when I get to that section here, leaping into it kind of feels natural to grab the 9th fret with the index finger and hammer onto your middle, and then shift the whole position to the 8th fret. So, and then you repeat. That 20th fret, I'm using only my ring finger. I think it would be needlessly hard to try to play that with 2 fingers. And then you repeat the same thing again. And then we got these 3 chords. So that's an A flat, a B flat, and a C. And then that's just kind of like the style that I was going for, is playing it like a little bit funkier. Alright, so the third section is really heavy on chords. It starts with a flat chord, and I'm barring the 13th fret with my ring finger. And it's sort of, again, this like funky strumming idea, and we're gonna try to play the melody. And what I'm doing there is I'm going from this shape here to grabbing the 8th fret with the lower inside part of my index finger. So, and then I got this. And then there's that slide just down into the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then we repeat the same thing. And it's back to the very top. Alright, so after that part we just covered, we would go back to the very beginning. But I'm not going to cover that here. You can just skip back to the beginning of the video if you want to refresh on what the tabs were. So after that part runs once, we get into this section that begins similar to something we've already covered, where you have a recurring theme that we get. And then there's an E7, and then an F major 7. And right after playing that F major 7, we're going to want to leave the chord just immediately after you play it. So you play the F chord and slide up to this other F chord. So that's the 14th, 13th, and 13th frets respectively. So you want to do that kind of swiftly. And then you grab this G7 And again, immediately after playing it, you just kind of got to be thinking, getting out of there into this other G9, and then a G7, or like a B diminished triad, and then same theme that we've covered before there, and then it basically repeats with the ending is going to be different. We go, and then we get this G. Now I'm going to bar the 12th fret with my ring finger, and then we're going to play the 7, that F with your pinky. And then we arpeggiate a C chord. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as before, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram.